everybody, this is Ginger, and this is Ginger's Chat Show, and I hope all is well. It's 49 degrees, almost 50 here. They're expecting the atmospheric river to start later today, so we're going to get a lot of heavy rain. Hey, Nancy! How are things in Wisconsin? Hope it's not too bad. You guys may be getting our tail end of our atmospheric river. It depends on how the jet stream goes and everything. So just be on the lookout and be prepared. Hi, Dorothy. I'm glad you guys came. That's good. Anyway, I don't know if you guys been watching the news, or listening to Minus Touch. They've been keeping us informed of all that's going on. Today, the E.G. Carroll second defamation trial is wrapping up today. They're doing their closing final arguments and everything. And then the jury will decide the punitive damages against Trump. He's already been basically convicted in the first trial. Well, the second one, he's really going to get slammed because of his antics. So anyway, right now, the state of New York has a set scale on punitive damages. In other words, how high you could go to make that person pay. They right now think it's about 100 million or more. So we won't really know until it fully comes out, all the information fully comes out. But Midas Touch is keeping us tabs on that when that final verdict will be read. Well, of course, as of today, Trump attended the trial. He decided to be a spoiled little brat. And he kept harassing E.G. Carroll. He didn't know when to shut up. The judge finally had enough and told him, you will stop, you will sit down, and you will shut up. And he told it right to Trump's face. And he corrected Alina Habas, Trump's lawyer, a number of times, said, you do not call him President Trump. He's no longer president. He is Donald John Trump, and that is it. Or Mr. Trump. That is it. He's not president, and politics does not belong in here. It's called the law. She kept interrupting and everything else. The judge said, one more time, I will throw you in jail for contempt. Well, he should have also taken that same threat and throw Trump in jail just to shut him up. Okay? The guy's a typical bully. And there are times when you have, sometimes on bullies, and only way for them to understand, I don't condone violence, but if it's the only thing that they can understand, they deserve a big punch in the nose. Just to shut them up. He lies, and he got shut down the stand yesterday, okay? He refusing to follow the rules, follow the procedures and everything else, same way Paula does. She should lose her license over this. She really should. Sorry. I'm fighting allergies. I don't think the woman knows how a courtroom works either. I really don't. But she should lose her license over this. Because she's harassing the client, or the victim. And the real victim was E.G. Carroll. She's the real victim, not Trump. Trump's a bully. Okay? And the judge there recognized Trump as a bully. He's probably seen so many, it's not even funny. But he will not put up with Trump's antics. I wouldn't. You know, if I were a judge and both he and Elena kept doing that, I'd go, you know what? I think it's time both of you need to sit in the pokey. Bailiff, take them off to jail. Charge them with contempt and a heavy fine on top of what they're already getting. And just throw them in jail. And then continue on with the rest of the closing arguments. Far as I'm concerned, Trump has broke so many laws and violated so many rights that I don't think he should have any rights at all. Period. He needs to be in jail and kept there. Well, you've been looking at his rallies and everything else, and he says all these things that are not, it's not presidential. No, he doesn't even talk about what he would do to solve problems or anything else. He hasn't done that in the last several years, even when he was so-called president. He should not have been president in the first place. He should not have been elected. And you know what? I wish the Federal Elections Commission had a little bit more teeth and really do background checks on all the candidates and make sure there's no violations and no law violations, and put a thing in there saying, okay, if that candidate's been indicted or convicted of any crimes, then he should not be allowed to run for office. You know, they really should do that. Because we want free and fair elections. Let's see. February, if I read my writing. On February 3rd, the South Carolina Democratic primary. They have two primaries in South Carolina, one for the Democrats and one for the Republicans. South Carolina primary for Democrats is February 3rd on Saturday. The one for Republicans is on February 24th. So they do that separately. Which makes sense. But it all depends on the states, how it's set up. But if you go to uselectionnews.com, it gives a list of or schedule of the primary, this year's primaries, for the presidential primaries. It gives a list and when it's supposed to occur. Because we really need to stay on top of this. Anything else? Oh, Peter Navarro, who was the one that instigated the election interference, and he was subpoenaed by Congress to testify. Well, he refused, the subpoena and everything else. Well, guess what? He is to be spending 4 months in prison over that. And I can see a few other congressional people who need to go to prison. That's Gates, Bolbart, and Green. And hey, because full well Bolbart and Green basically participated in January 6th. Okay? And they need to be investigated. They need to be removed from Congress. Because what they did was basically traitors. So we need to really, when we have every 4 years or every 7 years or whatever, midterms or whatever, we need to really do background checks on our candidates to make sure that they're not up to no good. Um, what's the matter, Loki? What's the matter? Yeah, you hungry? Okay, well, once I'm done, I will feed you your lunch, okay? You're hungry? Go out and have some kibbles. You know, you have a pet or a cat or a dog that tells you what you need to do. They order you around, not the other way around. um, so anyway, that's what's going on there. Right now, people are busy dealing with Mother Nature, especially with all the flooding that's been happening. Uh, California got hit both by a flood, especially in the San Diego area, you know, the waves that come in. Um, and also, they got hit by an earthquake down there. It was about close to a 5 on the Richter scale. Uh, those poor guys. Um, so, we gotta be on our toes when Mother Nature is getting ready to do her thing. Because in a couple of months, tornado season will be starting in Tornado Alley soon, the one in the Midwest. Trying not to have a nosebleed. Tornado Alley, and of course, then later in the spring, later in the fall, then you have Dixie, the South, they get theirs too. They've been getting some this year too, or in January, they've been getting some tornado storms. Depends on how the weather pattern hits. Because once you get a mix of cold and warm air, guess what? Gets a little dicey. And of course, last 4 weeks we've been getting hit by snow, mostly in the East Coast. Some parts of the South got hit by snow. Let's see. Up here we got mostly cold. We didn't get very much in the way of snow except up in the mountains. And of course, we had about 2 weeks ago, we had to deal with broken pipes because people did not take precautions when it got cold like this. Very rarely we have a deep freeze here in Washington State. I mean, it happens, but it's very, very rare when it does. Usually it just got down to teens, like 12, 12 degrees and everything else. That's a little too cold for me. But like right now, it's 49. Let's see, a couple days ago, it was up to 52, which was pretty warm. Which is not too bad, but still, it was still. Sorry, still cold enough. I'm still trying to wake up. So anyway, I'm going to be cutting this chat short because I know everybody wants to enjoy the weekend and get things going and relax and everything else. So I will see you on. Let me check my calendar. Hold on a second. Let me check my calendar. Okay. On Monday, I'll see you on Monday, which is the 29th. Now, on Wednesday, on the 31st, I will be canceling that chat because I have a hand appointment for my physical therapy. This is getting better. It's getting better. It's getting a little flatter, but I still have a lot of scar tissue buildup in here, and still dealing with some arthritis in here, and these knuckles and this knuckle. So, you know, the pitfalls of getting old. um, so you guys have a good weekend, and I will see you on Monday, and I'll remind you about Wednesday. Let's see, what else? I think that's pretty much it. I'll just keep an eye on the news and everything. And I will post this on my YouTube channel. Be sure to share, encourage, share. I'd like to get higher subscribers. I'd like to get up higher. So, be sure to insist, persist, and push back. And I will see you guys on Monday, and have a wonderful weekend. Okay? Take care. Love all. Bye-bye.